I'm so happy that I see so many faces here tonight. And for those who are at the back, there's so many seats here, maybe you can come forward.
Yeah. Please
Yes,
be
please come
comfortable.
forward.
Yeah. Let us have a good shot of
there's
a
so many
fully
seats around
built
here.
house.
There's so many
Come
seats
forward.
around here.
Thanks. Yeah. There are 2 seats here. Over here.
Yeah, there are more than that.
Yeah, there are lots more.
Come, I think.
Come right here.
Come, Sammy.
2 seats here in the middle
Come
here.
over.
Yeah. Come. So be forewarned, all ethos launches will attempt to be punctual. So you come earlier, makan first, and come and duduk.
Of course, I also wish that you make some money also lah. So they can publish more books.
Yes.
Yes, I'm so happy to see so many faces here tonight. This is one of the biggest evenings of my life. And I'm so pleased that y'all came along to share this event with me. I would be remiss if I didn't thank a number of people who made this book possible. First of all, I would like to thank the people who for a number of years told me that I should produce my memoirs, and then encouraged to keep going after what I had thought was a very, very difficult journey for me. Some of these people are here tonight. My long-time law firm partner, Violet Nato, where are you? She's been an immense support all these years. And the godmother and the spirit behind the fight. And my good buddy, Rudy Marikan, who was speaking here earlier. My NUS schoolmate, Dure Raju. And Mr. Michael Darwin, who is now in Seychelles. He's my mentor, but he sends blessings. I must say that I have to express my profound gratitude to 2 people, the guiding lights of ethos, Chan Wai Han and Ho Fang. You know why? For having had the courage to publish this book.
It was a very easy choice.
Okay. But you had a lot of difficult time on Lee Kuan Yew's chapter, you know. Not any grammatical corrections or anything of that sort, just the name and the defamation suit, she panicked and all. Okay, so you know there's a defamation suit there, and Chi Seok Chin is also part of that suit, and she's here. It was a wonderful, inspiring moment to be with all these people fighting these cases. And when I was writing this book, many people told me, Ravi, you may have to self-publish it. And just like Hung at Dawn, I had to self-publish it. Because they said many publishers would be scared off by hearing the name M. Ravi. But I was pleasantly surprised that you were pleasantly surprised when you heard me on the phone. And of course I know who to approach that, you know. So Wai Han and Ho Fang have shown that there are some in the Singapore publishing field who are still interested in works that are not safe, not in the mainstream, not on any approved list of works. Now coming back to a very basic question. Why this book? Many lawyers may not be comfortable with the kind of spotlight. For almost a decade, I have maintained a very public profile. There have been quite a few distortions and misconceptions about this public profile that I have been holding. I'm not saying that I never contributed to any one of them, absolving myself of everything, but I decided to tell the real story as thoroughly as possible, to clarify certain matters and perhaps correct some misconceptions. After all, we are not perfect. And through this book, I would also like to connect with many people in this region and those in the international community. During recent years, I have spoken at several international forums in Asia, Nigeria, European Parliament and Strasbourg, all these places. During these foreign exchanges, several people have asked me not only probing questions about Singapore, but also about myself. And I hope through this book, they will also satisfy their curiosity. Through this book, I would like to take the readers on a unique journey with me, with all the highs and lows of that journey, and to re-engage with all the highs and lows of my life's journey so far and look at them with fresh eyes. A celebrated American author, Philip Roth, once noted, "For the writer, nothing bad really happens. It's all material." When I look back at my life and the last several years of my career as a lawyer, I agree entirely with Mr. Roth. Experiences that I counted as negative at the time, I've used as material in my book. But you know what? This story was always changing. What to do? I have such a colorful lifestyle. So many things happening so fast, you know. So I decided to continue the story as it was unfolding, even, for instance, in the last stages of putting together the book, I had my encounter with the Law Society of Singapore, which probably you all will remember. It did put a lot of strain on me, even affecting our final putting together the final touches on the manuscript. I must say the whole process of producing this book has been such a roller coaster ride. And I believe I have taken some of you on that wild ride of risings, dips, sweeps and plunges. And I do ask for forgiveness if I have offended any one of you one way or other along this journey. But this evening, the final product of all our labor is here today. And for me, I must say, the whole journey has been well worth it. A good book, especially memoirs, is a unique voice captured in print. And I would like to express my gratitude to all those people who have helped me to bring out my voice to a wide public by publishing this book. I hope this will be part of a new conversation, a new dialogue that will energize and push our society ahead. Aside from my contribution to this conversation, I hope this book will also encourage others to let their voices heard. The good and great of our society, Singapore, is always talking about how Singapore is a cosmopolitan, world-class city. But to be truly a world-class city, you need a major chorus, a symphony of many different voices heard. I may not agree with all the voices that are there speaking or wanting to be heard. Neither I know that people do not agree or may not agree with my views, but it's important that there are many voices ready to speak and that they all be heard. Again, I express my profound gratitude to Wai Han and Ho Fang for seeing that my voice is heard. And I wish to thank all of you here tonight and those of you who aren't here tonight for taking the trouble to buy this book and to read and to sharing the conversation. Thank you so much for coming tonight.
I need to give you a hug. Let's give you a hug. That's what life is about. What life is about is making a difference to other people. Okay, I've been told by Waihan she needs to make an announcement.
You know, ethos does not believe in formality. The book looks like a real book. It's a formal thing. But behind that, the energies and the excitement that we hope to generate in this national conversation, in this international conversation, in this human conversation, we hope you will share it too. So, although it's a book launch for Ravi, and he's going to write all his nice things for you in the autograph, I hope you will also do him the courtesy. Leave him a word of encouragement. We've prepared an autograph pad. This table is beyond the food table. There's a blue tablecloth, there's a bouquet of flowers. So please write something for him. Yeah? And after this, I think Rudy would like to invite you all to just ask questions or just share in this chat tonight with Ravi. Thank you.
Thank you, publisher. Okay, always remember, right? You have taken the trouble to be here because you are honoring someone who has got the guts, got the bravery, and has got someone who believes in him, and hence a book is born. All of you can do the same thing. All of you can achieve that. You just need the right people. I have stopped admiring other people for a very long time because I know when I met Ravi, my duty is just to support him and give him strength. And I've said to him a million times, right? I said to him a million times, I said, Ravi, you know what? I can't reach the success of which you are supposed to reach, but I love you enough to be wanting to be there to make sure you get there. And if you remember me as part of that journey, great. If you don't, too bad. Because we're not going to haunt him. So as much as we are inspired by his work, inspired by what he's doing, and you know, it's a difficult battle. It's a really difficult battle. But I know tonight, as much as I have as much influence, but not as much influence as Ravi, I do know only one thing. Each and every one of you here can make a difference. You just need to believe it. You just need to have some people who give you strength, and you just write. We all have dreams. We all have things which we all think, but we never put it into action. Me included. Me, part of the example. Put your mind to it. Put your mind in whatever you believe in, whatever area you believe in. You want changes in this wonderful nation we all have been brought up in. There are so many things which we could refine. There's so many things we want to make better for other people. But none of us dare to say anything, including me. Let's try and make that changes. One way, slowly. And we will find people who love us and people who have the same passion as us, and they will support us. So this is the man who I'm not quite sure how long I will have my friendship with him. I am very philosophical. I always say, everyone we meet, that's the journey. He's supposed to tell me the message, and I'm supposed to be influenced by him, or I'm supposed to do something for him, and then I have to say goodbye to him, and then I move forward. I have no ownership over anybody. So if we all think like that whoever we meet, whoever who is so extraordinary than us, we give them that wonderful support. Let them do that, whatever they need to do. Let them achieve. God knows we were part of that. Ravi, you know I love you. You are like a brother to me, even though I've got 6 other brothers who I loathe. He's Hindu, and yet I love him. It's so amazing, isn't it? So love has got no boundaries. Love has got no restriction. If you truly care for somebody, you care for somebody. And Ravi taught me from the people he has met, including somewhere. I can't remember your name, sir. Can you say that again?
Forget it myself.
What's his name? Richard Lord. When I met, I'm so sorry, it's Alzheimer at its early stage. I can't remember things. So when I met Richard Lord, I knew Ravi has been blessed by some wonderful people who share the same thoughts, who share the same journey. Okay, I think it's enough for all this. It sounds like as if it's a preaching session. It's not supposed to be. But the whole idea tonight is, even though a book has been born, all of you can do the same. All of you can make a difference. All of you need to go for what you believe in and support him in one simple, small way. And there will be a publisher who will put risk and take risk and do what needs to be done.
You know what Ho Fang said? Ho Fang, my publisher husband, he said, Ravi, we are going to make you famous. And you are going to make us rich.
Typical Chinese, money, 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 money. But you know, we are entitled to do well. We are entitled to do well. Let us not ignore that if we work hard enough, material gain. A friend of mine said to me, go with your passion and see the magic happens. This is what's happening. Okay, we're now open for question and answers. Anybody who want to have any questions which you want to ask Mr. M. Ravi. Remember, this is a small, wonderful group. No need to worry. We are not going to judge you. Just step forward. If you have whatever questions you want to ask this young man. You know, remember, I need you all to remember one thing when you leave tonight. Our time in this world is limited. So whatever time we have, we make the best of it. Do not think like a typical Singaporean. I'm going to live forever. No. Ravi and I never think like that. Every time when we talk, every night we say, I don't know when the angel of death is going to get both of us.
There's a question.
Oh, that's a question. Okay, sir. Let's go.
Hi, Ravi. I'm actually really amazed at how you've, how in spite of all the cases you've been taking on, and how much work you're doing on, how you've managed to put together such a comprehensive book about your life. And I wanted to ask, how long have you been working on this?
I've been working on this book for about 2 years, and I must say that the events that unfolded are just amazing, and especially the last few months, including a few constitutional challenges as well in the courts, which are unfolding. So the 2 years was not easy because you are dealing with sensitive issues, especially the cases, and I said LKO's defamation suit in particular. I don't want to enter into another defamation, writing about another defamation. So we have to, and the court transcripts at all have to be poured through and carefully. And it cannot be just boring also, I did have some editorial support as well. Yeah.
Okay, I'm clearly the moderator now. Any other questions from anybody? Come on. Oh, fantastic.
Ravi, I recall you mentioning once that amongst all the human rights cases that you've ever fought in your life, the only one that doesn't enjoy public support and which is not regarded as being a noble cause is your fight to get Section 377A, which criminalizes gay sex between men, struck down by the courts as being unconstitutional. So what is it exactly that drove you to start this fight for us? Because we're very grateful. We're from the gay community and we love you and we just support you all the way, but that's not the way how mainstream society sees this fight. So what was it initially that drove you to fight for us, and which you say has also affected you personally? Because some people now cast aspersions on your own sexuality. So apart from the fact that you are a controversial person, people also say that now you're gay because you're fighting on behalf of us. What actually made you start this fight? And I'd like to thank you again for fighting on behalf of us.
Do answer, sir.
It's a very tricky question. Among the, yes, I must say that amongst the cases that I fought, death penalty was quite tiresome in terms of the emotions, but there was a lot of public support in terms of the encouragement that the public gave, whether it was Yahoo News or people coming forward. But the most difficult fight that I had is actually Section 377A. In 2010, my client was charged for having toilet sex. So public toilet. So that, first of all, it's not like how public would see as like why this is so legitimate that you have to fight, but he was charged for 377A. For example, a heterosexual couple had been caught in the public toilet, they would have faced a lower charge which will be 294, section 294 of the penal code, which carries a lower penal sanction, like a few months. But 377A carries a jail sentence, which is 2 years. So therein lies the discrimination between heterosexual and homosexuals who are caught in public toilet first. So of course I had to challenge the whole 377A, and this challenge just started as a result of this the motion before the court in 2010. So aside from the fact that it was the circumstances were quite not flattering, and the challenge continued, and of course we had success before the Court of Appeal, to now have basically all gay men who have been affected by the law can challenge this law, and a gay couple recently challenged this law. And of course I've been fighting for so long, the gay community of course didn't give much financial support to fight this cause. This is the 4th time I've been going to the court, but I won't complain, because the inspiration is from deep within. Of course, some financial support will help. And as what Roy has been saying, even my family members, hey, why this case so weird, and you're fighting this case so passionately, and then you just, if there was like a court hearing and I just open up Yahoo, the number of comments, oh my gosh, what is Ravi having fun with this client or whatever, and so on and so forth. He's having free services, I get all these comments, it's so discouraging. And then, your sexuality comes into the spotlight and all that. So all lawyers are fighting for 377A must be gay then, So, these are the challenges that one has to face, But whether what sexuality one is, I can't be bothered about all these questions. That you got to go and resolve yourself, and you be happy within yourself, whether introvertly or extrovertedly. That's one's choice. Yeah. But I say this is the hardest fight.